All right, good afternoon. This is Cal Lake with Fitness by the Lake. It's a Saturday afternoon, and I was talking with a client this morning, and we were talking about cortisol and the negative effects and issues that they can come from when that hormone, the stress hormone, is elevated. And so I figured I would write a post, and then I was like, well, shoot, if I'm going to write a post, I might as well go live and enlighten those who happen to be via Facebook. So before I get started, if you have any questions or comments, please add them to the bottom, and I'll just dive into this. All right, so the long and the short is there's numerous studies that show that the hormone cortisol is directly related or correlated with stress. So when one becomes stressed, like probably every mother can relate to that, right? What it does is not only can it increase your fat retention in your gut. It helps you keep and maintain fat specifically in your gut. It also increases your appetite. So it's like a double-edged sword. So both of those effects are undesirable, correct? Especially if you're trying to maintain a lean and trim figure, if you're trying to get ready for, bikini at the beach, so to speak. However, those are the two main negative effects. But before we dive into like all the bad, cortisol does serve a purpose, and it is important. And the primary function of cortisol in the body is it helps maintain proper glucose metabolism. It also helps regulate your blood pressure, extremely important. It maintains your insulin release for blood sugar. It supports your immune function, and it helps your body repair itself, specifically its inflammatory response. So in short, cortisol is necessary and is extremely important for your well-being. It is also worth mentioning that small increases of cortisol have some positive effects. Now, notice I said small increases. And a good example of that is think of a quick burst of energy for fight or flight, emergency. You're in a car wreck, your cortisol level goes up, boom. You're quicker, you have a heightened memory function. There's a burst of increased immunity, so you can fight immunity or your diseases better. There's a lower sensitivity to pain, and it helps maintain homeostasis in the body. Okay. So that is the good, and then this is the bad or the ugly, so to speak. When your cortisol level is elevated over a prolonged period of time in the bloodstream, like when you're under chronic stress, work, home, who knows, there are numerous negative effects. It can impair your cognitive performance. It could suppress your thyroid function. You could blood sugar imbalances, decreased bone density, higher blood pressure, slowed wound healing, and the three negatives, but decreased muscle tissue. So essentially that's where your mitochondria is, right? And the more muscle you have, the more you can burn. Well, if you have less muscle because of the stinking hormone, you're going to get fatter and you're going to get weaker. All right. Also, it increases your abdominal fat. Huge bummer. And it creates a bigger appetite. So that is all the bad news. The good news is that one of the best ways to combat this yin and yang hormone, because it's both good and bad, right, is to simply exercise. All right? And by choosing to take action, you're helping your body and mind. So if you don't know what to do, I suggest you check my weekly workouts. They're 30 minutes or less. They have a warm-up video, a workout, and a cool down. And you just check it out. They're posted on my website, fitnessbythelake.org, under the blog section. If you don't have the knowledge, motivation, drive, or equipment, you can also let me coach you and keep you accountable. If you don't believe me, go ahead and scroll down on my Facebook page and check out Sarah's amazing transformation. And just realize this could be you.